top rebounders. Here's Moncrief to the elbow. Nowhere to go with it. Finds Demery back on the left wing. Silas. Soft pass across the way to Jabri with 7 to shoot. Abdul Rahim. Clock running down at 4, at 3. Throws the ball away. Scramble for it. Picked up by Tech. Dogs turn it over. Never got a shot. George into the front court. Drives inside the arc. Feeds Kelly above the 3 on the right side. He's going to go inside. Tried to lay it up. Blocked out of bounds by M.A. Moncrief. He's the Dogs' top shot blocker so far this season, and that's his 7th of the year.
And he was very wise. He let the ball leave the shooter's hand. Then he blocked it so that no doubt that he wasn't fouling.
Georgia has played very well without fouling thus far. Only got whistled for 3 in the first half. George throws it in to Dongo on the far side. Back to George on the wing. Stripped away by Noah Thomason in tight man-to-man defense. He deflects it out of bounds. It'll be Georgia Tech's basketball. Just underway here in the second half. 36-20 is our score. Georgia by 16. Tech ball. Kelly skids to a stop right of the lane. Feeds it back to George. He tries to penetrate. Runs against Demery. Throws up an awkward-looking shot. The result was awkward, too. It bounced off the glass and the rim. No good. Rebound to Moncrief. He gives it to Thomason. Fakes the step-back 3. Across the way to Demery. Drives inside. Shot rejected at the backboard by Dongo, the 6'11", 6'9" freshman, rather. Tech with a possession. George in the corner, far side. Thomason closes out defensively. They feed Coleman on the drive. That's no good. Offensive rebound and the putback, Dongo.
He was there in perfect position to clean that up. The Dogs still looking for their first bucket here in the second half.
That basket by Tech, the first points of the half. Here's Jabri, misses everything just about. Hits it high and right on the backboard on that straightaway 3. Tech hustles up the floor. Down the lane comes their man, and
he caught it.
Lose it out of bounds. Yeah, that was Dongo who had the ball when he went flying out of bounds over the inline. Pat Adams with the call. Give it to Georgia. When I say they were sprinting up the floor, they were sprinting up the floor.
Yeah, and he caught
ball
it.
And all.
Yeah, he caught it, but he went right into the end zone or out of the back of the end zone, I guess in this case.
Right into the photographers. Dogs have the possession and still looking for their first points of the half. Moncrief's got it on the right side. Spins right of the lane. Coleman bodies up on him. Head of the key, it goes to Thomason. 3 ball. There's the first points of the second half. A Scana Energy 3 by Noah Thomason. And he's got a dozen tonight. And the lead goes to 39-22, Georgia. A lot of time remaining. 17 minutes and change. Coleman feeds it inside to Dongo. Over in the corner, Kawasi Reeves hits a 3 over Jabri.
He can shoot. There's no doubt he can shoot.
His second 3 of the game. He's in double figures with 10, the only Tech player in double digits tonight. 39-25, Georgia by 14 with the ball. Big Chiwa on the left block. 3 dribbles into the paint. Pivot, slow pivot. Now puts it up with the right hand, short off the front of the rim. And a loose ball foul on the Dogs.
Yep.
They got Jabri on the reach in. That's his first and the team's first of the half. Clock stops, 16:55 to go in the game. Georgia 39, Georgia Tech 25. Debo Coleman will inbound for Georgia Tech. Demery will pick up George in the backcourt. Nathan George dribbles it across the timeline. Man-to-man defense for the Dogs. George working back and forth behind a screen. Trips over the feet of Demery. And they call a tripping foul on Silas. They got tangled up on their feet, and George hit the deck. And Demery picks up his second foul.
That was a good call. Silas just a little too aggressive there, jumping in.
R.J. Melendez comes in for Moncrief, and Justin Hill comes in for Silas Demery for the Dogs. 39-25, 14-point Georgia lead. Tech with the basketball. Kelly straight on 3, around the rim, and it falls off the left side. No good. Melendez got the rebound. That one wanted to go, but the basket here in Athens, Georgia just simply would not allow it. Melendez to Hill, runs the baseline, feeds Jabri for 3. His will go on the left end. Scana 3 for Jabri in the left corner. Tech with a long inbound to Reeves. They don't waste any time. It's 42-25.
Jabri jumped down the court in a hurry to get down there and defend. Now, it caused Reeves to miss a long three, but Jabri doing, not admiring his three, but getting down on defense.
Ndongo got points on that last possession for Tech, and now the Dogs turn it over. Ndongo with a takeaway. Tech will give it right back. Here come the Dogs with numbers 3-on-2. Melendez to the rack. Misses the slashing lay-in off the glass. Tech may have gotten a piece of his lay-in, and they pick up the loose ball off the floor. 42-27, Georgia with a 15-point lead, 15 and a half minutes to go. Tech basketball, and Ndongo pushes it right corner. Kawasi Reeves three off the rim, offensive rebound, put back off the rim again, another offensive board, and an air ball. Caught by Jabri. Dogs on the run. Hill into the front court. Jump pass into the corner. Melendez sets his feet, shoots, and misses off the rim. One-handed rebound. Big Chiwa, the 7-footer, unloads back out front to Thomason. He misses a three. Rebound tipped by Jabri right to George for Tech. Georgia Tech with the basketball. Coleman will slow it down a little bit on the dribble. Gives it back to George. High right wing guarded by Noah Thomason. Tech back and forth with their guards out front. Coleman's got it. Turns. Floats it up with a right hand. Real short. He left it way short. He was right at the basket and just left it dreadfully short. It was rebounded by Chiwa. Dogs turn it over on the other end. Here we go the other way with Tech. Coleman, a desperation three. Their tongues are hanging out.
Yeah, and Mike White wants timeout.
The three by Coleman is good. I'm not sure if he had any air left in his lungs when he shot it. But Tech has cut it to 12 with 14:33 to go in the game. Dogs call a time. We will too. 42-30 is our score. Dogs in front on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Creature Comforts Brewing Company is the official craft beer of your Georgia Bulldogs. These two Athens institutions have joined to connect quality beer with the passion and pageantry of the UGA faithful. So whether it's Georgia's favorite craft beer, Tropicalia IPA, the award-winning Classic City Lager, or Georgia's #1 new brand, Bigger Dreams Hazy IPA, Creature Comforts has you covered on game day and every day. Two brands, one town, one team. Go Dogs! Sip 'em. Creature Comforts Brewing Company, Athens, Georgia. Available wherever cold beer is served. Champions drink responsibly.
Georgia is our home. That's why at Georgia Power, we're building the future of energy. Over the last decade, we've invested nearly $10 billion to strengthen the electric grid, installing new substations, upgrading transformers, moving power lines underground, and investing in cleaner energy. We're making the electric grid more resilient and reliable for you and for future generations. At Georgia Power, we know that making smart investments today prepares us to meet our customers' needs tomorrow.
There's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but great teams let their performance do the talking, like the Ford F-150 truck with smart tech that'll help win the day and leave the competition speechless. That's why F-150 is the best-selling full-size pickup in Georgia and the official truck of the Georgia Bulldogs. See your local Ford dealer today. Greatness starts here. Based on S&P Global Mobility Total, U.S. new vehicle registrations for the standard full-size pickup segment RYTD April 2023. Some models, trims, and features may not be available or may be subject to change.
Hey, Georgia fans, want to do an NIL deal with a dog? Go to georgiadogs.com/NIL to connect with a student athlete on a sponsorship, commercial, appearance, autograph session, and more. That's georgiadogs.com/NIL.
Scott, we had 4 turnovers in the first half. We've had 3 here in the first 5.5 minutes of the second half. We got, and some of it was maybe a little bit of that fatigue that you were talking about, guys with their tongues hanging out, because that action was up and down the floor. But we got a little sloppy with the basketball, too.
Tech +4 so far in the first 5.5 minutes on the scoreboard. They've outscored the Dogs 10-6. Georgia got up by 17, but the Yellow Jackets have scored the last 5. And it's a 12-point Georgia lead right now. Still a long way to go in this one. 14:33 remaining. Thomason leading Georgia in scoring with 12 points thus far. Chiwa's doing a nice job in the middle, although the big man getting a rest right now. And Frank Anselamibe is in the game. Chiwa with 6 points and 7 rebounds. Kane's back on the floor, too. He feeds Hill for a 3. Good! Justin knew it as soon as he let it go right in front of us on the left wing.
We had a great angle of it. You could see it was going. He did, too.
That's the second 3-pointer of the game. for Justin Hill, and the lead back to 15 for the Dogs, 45-30. Tech basketball right into the floor. Dongo works against Melendez. They bump. Wrap around, bounce feed on the baseline underneath. Nice play by Tech. Sacco puts it up and in for the Yellow Jackets. 45-32. Blue Kane for three on the other end. Rattles off the rim. Ansel Amibe got the rebound, but they're going to whistle a foul on the big man for Georgia.
You wondered how he got that much space to get a rebound, but I know how he did it.
He pushed off.
So did the official.
And Pat Adams made the call. Timeout, 13:47 to go in the game. Georgia 45, Georgia Tech 32. Back to Stegman Coliseum in Athens right after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
With Northside Hospital, you can look forward to new beginnings, look ahead to comeback seasons, and look up for hope and strength. Northside welcomes you into our community of care, guided by one clear direction, a mission to heal. Led by our expertise in maternity, heart, cancer, orthopedics, and more, you can move into tomorrow with confidence. For a healthier future together, look to Northside Hospital.
The Dogs are heard right here. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
No matter where you're headed, Citgo is a good place to start. Whether you're off to a music fest in the city or dance recital in the suburbs, Citgo top-tier Tri-Clean gasoline helps your engine run smoother and cleaner along the way. Tri-Clean is designed to keep fuel injectors, intake valves, and cylinders clean, preventing hesitation, rough idling, and poor drivability. Plenty of good reasons why when you start with Citgo, you're good to go. Good to go.
There's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but great teams let their performance do the talking, like the Ford F-150 truck with smart tech that'll help win the day and leave the competition speechless. That's why F-150 is the best-selling full-size pickup in Georgia and the official truck of the Georgia Bulldogs. See your local Ford dealer today. Greatness starts here. Based on S&P Global Mobility Total, U.S. new vehicle registrations for the standard full-size pickup segment RYTD April 2023. Some models, trims, and features may not be available or may be subject to change.
Now through January 2nd, during the BMW Road Home Sales Event, lease an all-electric 2024 BMW iX xDrive 50 for $699 per month for 36 months with $63.79 due at signing. For more details, visit BMWATL.com today. Proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics, and go Dogs. Dogs by 13, 45-32. If you recall last year's game in Atlanta, there were 15 lead changes in the second half alone last year. Tonight, 0 lead changes. Georgia has led from the opening tip, and the Dogs have yet to give up the lead. They're up by 13 right now, 45-32. Big lead of the night for the Dogs, 17 points. Tech will inbound.
Dogs in a press.
Georgia with Demery, Kane, Hill, Ansel Amibe, and Melendez on the floor. And we almost tipped off the entry to Coleman as Sacco took his time trying to get it in. They just do beat the 5-second count. Tech with the basketball. They work in the front court to our right now. Here's Sturdivant on the drive. Defensively, Kane picked him up down on the block. Sturdivant has it back again. He'll try again. Drives. Demery cuts him off. 5 to shoot. They go to the big man, Dongo. Ansel Amibe holds his ground. Arms reach to the roof.
That's great defense.
And he tried to shoot it over him. That was terrific defense. Didn't foul. They missed a shot. We rebound. Now Hill on the drive. His shot is blocked, and it's caught by Dongo right out of bounds. So he's standing over the baseline with the ball in his hands. It's going to be Georgia basketball.
He actually took it out of the air and then just landed and backed out of bounds with it.
Justin did something to his right elbow, too. He's trying to flex his arm a little bit, and he's grabbing at his right elbow. He's going to stay in the game, and he's going to inbound the ball. Hill looking, throws it in deep to Melendez as he backpedals towards the half-court line to catch the entry pass. Demery fakes the 3, drives in for a 2. Lay it good. He muscled it in through 2 Tech defenders and got it to the rim. Silas Demery, no fear on that drive. And it's 47-32, Dogs by 15. Sturdivant on the dribble, left hand, right hand through the legs between the circles. Feeds it right. 3-ball by Tech, no good. Gapari missed it off the rim. Rebound to the Dogs. Melendez running with it. They foul him as he drives in from the right wing.
Yeah,
Adams calls the foul on Georgia Tech.
We had that jacket defense spread, which left Melendez with one-on-one, and that was a mismatch for him going in by himself. They had no choice but to foul him.
And the foul's on Sturdivant that time, his first. Georgia will inbound. 12:37 to go in the game. Georgia has a 15-point lead. Kane runs behind a screen, takes the entry pass, and hits a three in the right corner. Blue strokes home a 3-ball. That's his third of the game. 50-32, largest lead of the game for Georgia. Ansel Amibe blocks the shot, knocks the ball loose, picked up by the Dogs. Here's Kane in the front court now. He wanted to shoot the three again, but he didn't. Tech got out on him. Melendez has it in the corner. Drives through the paint. They bump him as he put his right foot in that red paint area.
Well,
Tech with a body shot. Yeah, they did. They got their money's worth on that foul. And that'll stop the clock on the Tech foul with 12:13 to go, and Georgia leading by 18.
They didn't call him shooting, though. He tried to get that ball up in the air so he'd get a 2-shot foul, but didn't get it.
Debo Coleman called for the personal. His first. Georgia to throw it in. Hill throws it to the basket to Demry. Pump fake. Layup. Short. Ball is loose. Battle for the rebound. Demry.
That's Georgia's ball.
Tying up the Tech defender who was laying on his back. And that was Sacco, the 6'6 freshman. And Demry got in there and tied him up. And boy, the bench really loved that. Georgia has the possession error on the jump ball.
Silas Demry never takes a half-speed step, does he? I mean, that guy is hustling all the time.
Hill to inbound right of the basket. Throw it into Big Frank. Frank pushes it up with the right hand. He got fouled on the shot. Ansel Amibe will go to the line. He's got 2 free throws coming. And the foul on Tech. Tyjon Claude. Number 2 on him. And that's the third team foul on Georgia Tech. 12:05 remaining in the game. Georgia's lead is 18, and Big Frank trying to add to it here at the foul line. 75% shooter, 9 of 12. Free throw number 1 will fall in there good for him. First point of the night for Frank Ansel Amibe, 6'10", 215. Transferred in from Syracuse a couple of seasons ago. And his second free throw is in the air. That one's too hard. Hits the back of the rim and kicks off to the right corner. Picked up by Georgia Tech. We made one and missed one. And the Dogs have a 19-point lead, 51-32. Tech basketball. Kelly dribbles to the top of the key, drives to his left, and they feed it down to the baseline. Sacco missed a lay-in and a foul on the rebound on the Dogs, I think. Yep, they got Demry for a hack on the arm.
Shooting foul.
Demry just picked up his third, too. 11:47 to go. We've got a time in Stegman. Georgia 51, Tech 32. Back after this, Bulldog Sports Network.
SeatGeek's the ticketing app for fans like the sideline shot caller.
Come on, boys, pick up the pace.
SeatGeek got him a great deal on seats right near the action, so when he yells,
"What are you doing? Block him!"
he can be absolutely sure the players heard him. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Georgia Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
If SEC football runs deep in your veins, then Sirius XM SEC Radio is what you need to listen to. We're talking conference and team previews, plus hear live games, news, and analysis from experts like Chris Doering, Aaron Murray, and Max Stark. Go in-depth with your favorite team with coaches shows, championship specials, and more. Get inside SEC football like nowhere else. See your fandom on the SiriusXM app. Stay up to date anywhere you go. Just download the app and start streaming.
No one gets you closer to the game than SiriusXM SEC Radio. Tune in for news, talk, and analysis from the offseason through the regular season and into the postseason. Your team is covered anywhere you go. And get a free trial at SiriusXM.us/SEC Radio 2023.
Scott, we continue to do a great job on the glass. 38-31 on rebounds. And points in the paint, well, they've overtaken us now. But it's been because of we've left some guys open, on the baseline and also underneath. They found a couple of guys that, look, they're not getting threes, they're getting twos. So that's a good thing when they do that. But I will tell you this, Georgia is playing as well defensively. You're holding Georgia Tech here to 32 points, and there's 11-4, just under 12 minutes to play in this game. Now, doesn't mean it's out of reach for them, but I got to tell you, if Georgia keeps playing defense like this, that's going to be a heck of a mountain to climb.
Tech in their 6 games so far this season, averaging right at 73 points a game, well short of that tonight, as Chuck just pointed out. And here in the second half, the Dogs have 5 field goals that we've made in this half. 4 of them are three-pointers, and we've spread it around. Kane's got a 3, Jabri's got a 3, Thomason has 1, and Justin Hill. Sacco at the foul line for Georgia Tech. And the 6'6 freshman from Guinea is a little deep on that first free throw attempt. Off the rim and no good. Ibrahima Sacco, second foul shot, rattles out. He did miss them both, and the rebound just plops right down into Jabri Abdur-Rahim's arms. 51-32, Dogs by 19 with the ball. Thomason, left-hand dribble drive, threads the needle on the bounce pass to Blue Kane, who dribbled. Double dribbled going from left to right along the baseline on the feed from Thomason. Now Noah will talk to him a little bit, and they'll get things sorted out. Dogs turn it over. Tech trying to catch the Dogs napping. Long pass into the left corner. Thomason closes out defensively on the missed 3. Offensive rebound Tech, and then a foul on the Dogs. That foul on Frank Anselmibe. We looked a little out of sync on that particular series, Chuck.
Yeah, we got down and we contested the shot. They missed it. We had 2 guys there to get the rebound, and they kind of tipped it away from each other and right into the hands of the Jacket, who's now going to the line.
Big Frank with a foul, his second. Tafara Gapari at the line. Free throw by the big right-hander is up and in. Good. His first foul shot of the night. He's got 3 points in the game. A 6'9" sophomore transfer forward from UMass. Long and lean at the free throw line for Tech, shooting into the Georgia band down to our right. And that free throw off the rim, no good. Anselmibe goes up strong with 2 hands and rebounds.
He snatched that one out of the air.
51-33, Georgia leads as we approach 11 minutes remaining in the game. Hill on the dribble for Georgia in the front court. Hands it off on the wing to Thomason. He moves it back on the logo, fires over to Justin Hill. And a soft 3 rattles home. Good. They didn't close out defensively. Sacco sagged off on him, and Hill made him pay.
A 21-point lead.
12 points in the game for Hill, his third 3 tonight. 54-33, largest lead of the game. George through traffic, dribbles in the left edge of the lane, and a reach-in foul on Anselmibe. Kane was there, Thomason was there, and Big Frank. And the foul committed by Anselmibe, his third. He's going to come out of the game. Russell Chiwa will check back in for Georgia. We've got Thomason and Hill, Kane, Jabri Abdur-Rahim, and Chiwa, all 5 on the floor. 54-33 is the score. Georgia in front. We've led all night. 10:46 to go, and now Tech will get the basketball to inbound it down to our right, to the right of the basket. They throw it in their front court, work it around the perimeter, left side. Now Kelly on a fake drive, kicks out for a 3 ball by George. He misses the 3 from the left corner. Chiwa rebounds for the Dogs. Georgia basketball. Hill dribbles through the legs across the foul line, hands it off to Thomason. Kapari on the defense. Thomason drives against the double team. Got a reverse lay-in to go from the left side. Noah Thomason, a little magic with the basketball. And he created his own shot and beat 2 Tech defenders on the reverse lay-in. 56-33. Tech for 3. Kelly stays in there, went around the rim a time and a half and fell through good. That's his first points of the half. 56-36. Georgia with a 20-point lead in the ball. 9:45 to go, now less than that. Big Chiwa backdoor feed to Jabri, and his will go around the rim twice. And it fell through good, and he got fouled. He'll go to the line for a 3-point play.
And give the assist to Big Russell.
Georgia's associate head coach, Antonio Reynolds-Dean, was out on the floor and pointing right at Russell, talking about what a good job he just did.
He did. That was a great pass.
Abdur Rahim at the line, 89% from the stripe this season. Free throw number 1, good, all net. Jabri with a 3-point play, and that puts him in double figures with 10. 59-36, Georgia. Dogs by 23 with 9:40, now less than that, remaining here in Athens. Tech with the basketball. The freshman George dribbles to his left, reverses to his right now. Coleman drives off the wing, down the lane, curls there, misses the layup attempt, and we got a body foul on the Dogs.
Is that Demery? He just went back in.
Yep. And Silas picked up his 4th on that play. Pat Adams said Demery was sliding his body in the way, trying to get the rebound, and got called for the foul. And now he'll come out of the game and talk to head coach Mike White.
Coaching moment.
Miles Kelly on the line, the 6'6 junior from Stone Mountain.
I will promise you, Mike White doesn't really hate that, because Silas is aggressive in there, and it's been paying off for him. He gets a lot of rebounds.
Free throw by Kelly is good, and the second one on the way, and it is also good. 59-38. Yeah, Demery with 6 boards and 5 points tonight. Georgia by 21 with 9:15 to go in the game. Dogs have the ball. Chiwa above the circle. Feeds it left to Hill. Sets a screen. Justin steps back. All day to shoot. 3 ball. Hits the front of the rim. Rebound in the corner to Thomason. He's going to attack from the right side. Left it short on the layup. It rolled up on the right edge of the rim and then fell down to Tech. Yellow Jackets rebound. They have the ball. Kelly with a nice reversal on the left baseline and into the basket. He charges in for a lay-in. That was a nice play by Kelly. 59-40. Georgia by 19. Melendez holds in the front court for the Dogs. Chiwa flashes out top of the key to take the pass from Melendez. Big Russ, 2 dribbles on the floor. Gives it to Jabri. Jumper above the foul line. Off the rim, no good. Rebound, Georgia Tech. Here come the Yellow Jackets. George with a penetrate, kick out, right side 3, side iron, no good. Rebound, just reached up over the big guy, Hill, went up over the 6'9" Ndongo and stole the rebound. Dogs have the ball. Hill, a no-look, thread the needle, bounce pass to Melendez. To Chiwa, filling the lane, and they foul him. Nope, excuse me, we just lost it out of bounds. I thought there was a foul.
Yeah, and so did Mike White.
We just lost it out of bounds, and it's going to be Tech's basketball. Ansel Amibe will come in. Blue Cane will come in. And Chiwa and Jabri will exit the ball game with Georgia up by 19, 59-40. 8:08 to go here at Segment Coliseum. Tech will bring it up the length of the floor. George, the freshman, lets it roll all the way to half court, even into front court. Now the clock begins when he touches it and picks it up. George holds above the 3 on the right side. Top of the key now, George. He'll shoot from there and drain it. Good. Nathan George with his first three-pointer of the game. And Tech draws closer by 3. It's 59-43. Dogs by 16. Georgia basketball. Melinda is going to shoot. Misses the 3 from the slot. 1-on-4 rebounding it, and Tech's going to get it. Throw it way into the front court. Save it over the inline. Feed it back to Kawasi Reeves, and he glides to the rim and lays it up and in. Tech on a little bit of a run now. 7 straight points for the Yellow Jackets. It's 59-45.
You don't want to give them hope. You know what happens. We've been the beneficiary of that ourselves, you know.
Thomason into the paint. Lost the dribble. Ball is loose. It's still loose on the floor. Thomason dives for it. 4 seconds to shoot. 3 seconds to shoot. Thomason called the time with 3.4 on the shot clock and a mad scramble. Body sliding on the floor. Georgia has the possession with 7:02 to go in the game as we called the timeout. It's a 30. This is going to turn into the under 8 timeout, however. Break here at Stegman Coliseum. Georgia's lead is at 14. It's the Dogs 59, Georgia Tech 45. Back after this, Bulldogs Sports Network.
The holidays start here at Kroger with a variety of options to celebrate traditions old and new. You could do a classic herb-roasted turkey or spice it up and make turkey tacos. Serve up a go-to shrimp cocktail or use Simple Truth wild-caught shrimp for your first Cajun risotto. No matter how you shop, Kroger has all the freshest ingredients to embrace all your holiday traditions. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Wherever the road takes you this holiday, make it memorable in the ultimate driving machine. Step into the BMW X5 with capable performance, cutting-edge technology, and unmistakable presence. Or chart a different course in the BMW X3. With style and powerful all-terrain versatility, there's no limit to your adventure. Find your ultimate BMW X3 or X5 at the Road Home Sales Event. BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
Proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics. Visit BMWATL.com for great offers. Go Dogs!
No matter your favorite game day tradition, it all starts with a cup of coffee to get you ready to cheer on a Bulldogs win. Community Coffee is a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs, serving Bulldog Nation with rich and smooth blends crafted right here in the USA. We've supported and celebrated thriving communities like the UGA family for over 100 years, and we believe there's no better day than game day for bringing people together. Community Coffee, strong as our roots.
Scana Energy is a proud partner of Georgia Athletics. For every three-pointer scored by the Bulldogs, Scana Energy will make a $25 donation to the University of Georgia General Scholarship Fund. And Scana says, go Dogs. Georgia's three-point numbers tonight, 9 of 28, 5 of 11 here in the second half. Georgia leads at 59-45 as we pause 10 seconds. Station identification on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Throw it into Kane. Shot fake. Moves to his left. Three ball. Good! He got it at the horn.
How about
he beat the clock.
How about Mike White drawing that one up?
The shot fake and the sidestep to the left opened up the shooting lane for Blue Kane, and he drained a three, his fourth of the night. Tech works along the right baseline with Kawasi Reeves. Kane defends. They give it to George. Go across the paint. Dongo misses his first attempt, but got a follow-up after an offensive rebound. Puts it back up and in. 62-47, Georgia leads. 6:23 to go. Hill attacks from the right side. Tries to spin it home off the glass, and he missed it. Rebound to Tech. Kelly. Left-hand dribble, feeds Dongo inside. Melinda swats at the ball, missed the lay-in. Dogs get the rebound. RJ into the front court, far side of the floor. They rotate near side to Thomason. Kane runs without the ball, now takes a feed between the circles. Bullets it inside to Chiwa. Jump hook with the right hand, rattles away, no good, he got fouled. Big Russ hit on the arm as he was shooting. He'll go to the line for two. The foul on Tech's Bai Dongo. That's his third. 62-47 Georgia. Clock stops with 5:58 remaining. And Russell Chiwa at the line for the Dogs. Chiwa with 6 points, 8 rebounds tonight. Free throw number 1. Hits the front of the rim, no good.
I'll tell you, it's games like this that are up and down the floor where Georgia's bench really pays dividends, isn't it? They're able to run guys in and out of there like right now. Getting Jabri back in there, getting Silas Demery back in there.
It's also having the confidence to put all those guys in.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean.
Players. Yeah, 27-10, Georgia's bench has outscored Tech tonight. Big Russ hits the second free throw. He missed the first, made the second. Georgia's lead is 63-47. Tech had a 9-0 run before those foul shots. Or the one make, anyway, by Big Russ. Reeves, overhead toss up the wing to George. Running jump hook with the right hand. Short off the right side of the rim. Another rebound for Chiwa and the Dogs. Georgia has it, 5.5 minutes to go. The lead looking nice at 16. But you can't back down at this point. There's still too much time left on the clock. Demery works on the floor. He's playing with 4 fouls. Miles Kelly. Contact. Kelly whistled for the foul. Hand checking.
That's just their 6th, so it'll be the Dogs' ball on the side here.
Get to work some more clock with 5:20 remaining. 63-47 Dogs run out of a stack across the top of the key. Now they break free, and Melendez feeds it into Demery at the half-court line. He'll walk it on the logo. Drives by George all the way to the right. Chiwa blocked for him in the paint.
He must have thought he had help. He must have thought he had help. He let him go.
Demery all the way to the backboard, laid it up and in, uncontested. He's got 7, 65-47 Dogs. Miles Kelly with the behind-the-back dribble, step-back 3, short side iron, no good. Rebound right down to Demery. And Kelly with a frustration foul, and that puts Demery on the free throw line for the 1-and-1. 7th team foul on Tech, and the 2nd on Miles Kelly. Clock stops with 4:50 to go. Dongo and Kelly exit the ball game for Damon Stoudemeier's team. Coleman back in, along with Tafara Gapari and Silas Demery at the free throw line. Front end of the 1-and-1. Demery on the year at 66% from the foul line. Right-handed shooter, free throw in the air, rattles off the rim, no good. Rebound Reeves for the Yellow Jackets. Tech with a basketball, down 65-47. George for 3, straight on, too deep, back rim. Rebound up high with 2 hands, Jabri. Outlet to half court to Melendez. He sidesteps his way into the front side.
Dogs just doing a great job on the glass. Just a great job rebounding.
47-38, out-rebounding Tech in the ballgame. Demery with a basketball, left-hand dribble. Feeds it out to Melendez. He attacks, spins through the lane, and a finger roll right in front of the rim. Melendez, we haven't heard from you in a while. RJ with his first points of the second half, 67-47, and the lead back to 20.
Adam, if you don't mind putting out a headset.
Chuck's calling it. Two-handed dunk, flying in from about 7 feet away, missed by Gapari. Rebound to the Dogs. Jabri, kick out into the corner, up the wing to Blue. Kane going to drive with a left-hand dribble to Melendez in the paint. Lobs it back over to Demery. He jump stops through the paint, scoops it up off the backboard, off the rim. He's knocked to the floor and a foul on Tech. Tell you who's fired up more than anybody tonight is Antonio Reynolds.
He's been all over this. He has really been inspiring these guys.
He is all over the place. He's loving this. 3:40 to go. We've got a timeout. We're going to light up Stegman Coliseum with Georgia leading by 20, 67-47 over Georgia Tech, right here on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
After you work out, you can feel worn out. Reach for Core Power to recover right. A delicious protein shake with 26 grams of high-quality protein to build muscle. Champion your recovery with Core Power, proud partner of Georgia basketball. Learn more at corepower.com.
Go Dogs, sick 'em. Whether they're on the road or the home court, my family and I get loud and proud whenever the dogs are unleashed. In this basketball season, Scana Energy's part of all the action is a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. So join my family and Scana in cheering on the Dogs to glory this season. Sign up with Scana today and get up to $100. Call 877-GO-SCANA or visit scanaenergy.com/GoDogs for details. Limited time offer, terms and conditions apply.
Want more exclusives and behind-the-scenes Bulldogs content, more game highlights, mic'd ups, and original programming? Search for the Georgia Bulldogs All Access channel on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Georgia Bulldogs All Access, your official inside connection to Georgia football and all Georgia Bulldog sports.
Bulldog fans, college basketball is back, so grab a cold, refreshing Dos Equis lager and make the most of the big game with your real ones. Whether you're at the bar with fellow Bulldogs or watching with your friend who went to that other school, Dos Equis is there for it all. So buy a cold, crisp Dos Equis lager and raise one with a real one on game day. Dos Equis, proud sponsor of the Georgia Bulldogs. Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Copyright 2023. Imported by Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York.
Time for a Regions recap. Order now for the Georgia Bulldogs Regions Visa debit card and prepaid Regions Now card at regions.com/GoDogs. Georgia led by 16 at the half. The Dogs lead by 20 now, and it's getting late in the game with 3:40 to go. It's 67-47 Dogs. Georgia led tonight by Noah Thomason's 14. We've got 4 players in double figures. Justin Hill and Blue Kane each with a dozen. Jabri Abdur-Rahim with 10 points, 7 rebounds. Chiwa, 7 points, 9 rebounds. Dogs are shooting almost 42% for the game. We've hit 10 threes. Tech at 28% for the game. Georgia's played tremendous defense tonight.
And Scott, we need to tell people that we are allowed to have a player, anytime Georgia wins, come over after the game and be interviewed. And our producer-engineer, Adam Gillespie, has to put out a headset, and there's no headset out. And I was just letting him know we're gonna need a headset out there for this game because we're going to win this one.
Demery missed the first free throw, hit the second. And the lead is now 21, 68-47. Tech on the front end, runs down the lane, and the big guy, Gapari, just lowered his head and drove it all the way in, and he got a little help from the ball bouncing on the rim and falling through good. His first basket of the second half. He's got 5 points in the game now. 68-49. 3 ball by Demery. Won't stay in there. The basket spit it out from just above the top of the key. Rebound to Tech as we approach 3 minutes to go. Dogs trying to go wire to wire tonight. Sturdivant, 3-pointer straight on is good. His first basket of the ball game comes with 2:51 to go in the contest. 68-52 Georgia. 16-point Dogs lead. 2:42, 2:41. Kane finds Jabri under the basket, dribbles it into the paint, and Abdur-Rahim floats it up and in with a right hand good. In traffic. It wasn't as easy as it may have sounded. He's got a dozen. Tech gets in underneath the basket. We've got 3 guys surrounding Tyjon Claude. And he tries to put it up, and the Dogs are called for the foul. There's just one gold uniform in there amongst 3 white uniforms. And he was able to draw the contact from Russell Chiwa. Dogs, for the most part, have played this game without fouling. As Tech misses the foul shot, Claude clanks it off the rim. And now Chiwa doing a little housekeeping with the net to pull it down to make sure it's all nice and clean and straight, right? Not tangled up.
And we don't want it to get dirty anymore.
He just reaches up and tugs it down. When he stretched that arm out, he can almost touch the rim. Both foul shots were no good, and the Dogs rebound the second miss with Jabri Abdur-Rahim. 18-point Georgia lead, 2:15 to go.
Mike White, tell him just take it easy, run a little clock here.
70-52. Dogs by 18 with the ball. Chiwa, foul line, back to the basket. Now he pivots, feeds Hill. Hill to the top of the key, over to Melendez. Here comes another three. And RJ just can't find his range tonight on the three ball. Missed another one. Rebound to Tech. Sturdivant runs through the paint, kicks it into the left corner. Low ball pass back to Gapari on the other side, and he'll drive in the lane, and a foul is whistled on the Dogs, and that's on Russell again. Chiwa called for his second now.
It's still 1-1. That's just our ninth.
Gapari missed them both on that last attempt. No, that was Claude, that missed them both. Gapari misses the front end of the 1-1. Rebound off our hands. Tech saves it over the end line and throws it all the way to half court to keep the possession. Coleman for three. Good on the right wing for Georgia Tech. 70-55. Dogs by 15 with 94 seconds to go. Tech fouls Hill in the backcourt. Sturdivant. A little too much body trying to get to the basketball. Hill was using his body to protect the dribble. And Sturdivant called for the foul.
And that is just their ninth, too, so still be 1-1 for us.
Need to hit some foul shots. Justin Hill to the line. 1 for 2 tonight. 12 points for Justin Hill, the senior from Houston. Free throw number 1 is good as he finishes up on his toes. He's got 13 on the evening, and Georgia's lead is 16, 71-55. Second free throw is also good. Hill hits them both. Jabri out, Thomason in for Georgia. Tech to inbound and bring it up the length of the floor, left to right. Tech letting the ball roll and roll and roll almost to half court. Now it rolls over the half court line, and now Sturdivant will pick it up. Clock begins to move at 1:32. Jump pass into the corner. Georgia's three ball is deflected by Melendez, and they're going to whistle a foul.
Yeah, a little late on that call. But
I thought they got Melendez, but they got Chiwa under the basket. Russell with his third. Well, he didn't have any for most of the game. Now he's picked up 3 in about the last minute. Clock stops with 1:28 to go. Tech at the line.
Double bonus, too.
Free throw number 1 by Tyjon Claude is good. Transfer from Morehead State in Western Carolina.
Seventy
72-56. Dogs by 16. Georgia's largest lead of the game came in this half. We were up 23 with 9:41 to go. And they bring out the mop guy to wipe up some of the moisture in the lane. Claude's second free throw rattles out. Oh, they get an offensive putback with Debo Coleman.
We let him come right around us, get a clean rebound, and put it back up. Uncontested.
It's 14 points now, 72-58. Dogs have the possession. Move the ball around the perimeter. Demery holds for a second. Goes to Chiwa. He stretches the ball out away from his body. Over to Thomason for a 3. Off the rim. They foul him. He's got 3 free throws coming.
Wow.
Pushing foul on Gapari as he hits Thomason. And will send Noah to the foul line, the 6'4 graduate from Niagara in Houston, Texas. Thomason will go to the line. He's had his issues there this season, just 57% from the stripe this year. And Thomason, left-handed shooter, first free throw. That one rims off, no good. Thomason and Hill, the leading scorers for the Dogs tonight, each with 14. Second foul shot is good. He missed one, made one. And now see if he can win the lottery with 2 out of 3 here. Third free throw on the way. Good.
Got it.
He hits 2 of 3, and Georgia's up 74-58. Minute to play. Tech with the ball. Sturdivant stops at the foul line. Misses the 15-footer. Offensive rebound goes to Claude. Back to the basket. He drives inside. They get a whistle on the Dogs. That's 4 on Chiwa now. Well, Russell saved them all for the end as he's picked up 4 in a bunch. 52 seconds. Students don't like that call. 52.3 to go. And Tyjon Claude back on the line with the clock stopped. Georgia up 16. Claude's free throw. Up and in. Good. He'll get one more. Ball's in the air, and that one's also good. He hit them both.
This is a huge win for these Georgia Bulldogs, Scott.
It will make Georgia 6-3 when they finish this one off. And a 4-game winning streak going into an 11-day break before our next game. Final exams coming up and all of that. Hill into the front court, and the Dogs will move the ball around. Dimry on the dribble to Thomason. Back to Hill. Got a screen from Chiwa. Hill will take a 3, glances off the rim. Melendez bounces it back on a tap out on the rebound, back to Thomason. And the Dogs can dribble out some more clock. 25 to go in the game, 11 to go on the shot clock. Georgia by 14. To Hill, back to Thomason. Got to put it up. Deep 3. Thomason off the rim, won't go. A whistle on the rebound.
They called Russell Chiwa.
They call that on Coleman.
Oh,
they're going to take a look and see if this was flagrant. With 15.3 to go.
That would be.
They're going to look at the monitor. They're saying Debo Coleman may have committed a flagrant foul against Melendez.
He could get ejected and not be available for the rest of the game.
They're going to look at it for the last 15. That would be a shame. It's a 14-point Georgia lead. The Dogs are 15 seconds away from their 6th win and handing Tech their 3rd loss. And in meeting number 199 in this series, Georgia closing in on its 92nd win in the series.
Noah Thompson over there getting the student section all riled up as if you needed to. They've been on their feet the whole game, helping to cheer these Dogs on to this impressive victory.
They say common foul, 2 free throws for Melendez for Georgia. And the Dogs coaching staff waves everybody off the foul lane except for RJ. And he's the guy shooting free throws, and Tech will put 4 guys on the lane. 74-60 with Melendez to shoot foul shots. 86% for RJ this season. Free throw number 1 is good. 5 points in the game for Melendez, who's had a tough night shooting the ball. Just 2 for 10 and 0 for 7 from 3. But perfect at the line, 2 for 2. He hit both foul shots. 16-point Georgia lead. Tech to inbound. They let the ball roll. And they letting it roll. Sturdivant shuffling his feet right behind the basketball. Rolls into front court. Now they pick it up with 14 seconds to go. Pass goes to the top of the key. And a driving one-handed dunk is good by Gapari with 8 seconds to go. And that will be it. Georgia will dribble out the clock, and the Dogs will win it, knocking off Georgia Tech. 76-62 is your final score as the Bulldogs go wire to wire and win it over their arch rival here in Athens tonight.
I'll tell you, Scott, that was an impressive victory for Georgia Tech. For Georgia against Georgia Tech, coming off the 2 wins that they've just come off of. And I don't know what to say about the way Georgia's playing right now, except that if you're an offensive star, you don't want to play Georgia because your average is coming down. The defense is really aggressive and playing extremely well.
Georgia holds Georgia Tech to 32% shooting tonight. Tech was in the 20s with their shooting percentage for much of the game. And as we said, Georgia goes from start to finish. Never trailed in this contest, led by as much as 23. And they win it by 14, 76-62. And the Bulldogs now 3-1 against the ACC.
3-1
in their first 9 games.
3-1 against the ACC, and also we just took on 6 Power 5 conference, Power Conference teams, 6 of them, here in the first, 5 weeks of the season, and we split with them 3-3. Now, the next time we'll face a Power 5 opponent will be at Missouri in January. I believe it's January 6th when we start SEC play. But if we can play 500 basketball through the SEC conference schedule, that would be terrific, because we got a chance to finish out the month of December here with a 10-3 record. And let's hope that these Dogs can get that done. Now, I know they've got some time off for exams, but you know what? Georgia has a way, Mike White has a way of getting these guys, like during a break, getting them better.
Georgia huddles up on the logo. They say a post-game prayer, and prior to that, somebody was in the middle of the huddle doing push-ups. Was it an assistant coach or was it one of the players? It was an assistant coach. I don't know if he did our point total in push-ups, but he was ripping them out.
Well, if he was doing it on our point total, he's in good shape. 76 he had to do.
We're going to ask Justin Hill about that. He's our electrifying player of the game. We're going to talk with Justin.
He's coming right over.
Player of the game brought to you by Georgia's Electricians, IBEW Local Union 613.
Justin, how are you, pal?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm a lot better now than I was about 3 hours ago when I walked in here. What was going on in the huddle up? Or you guys, somebody's doing push-ups?
Oh, yeah, Akeem. It's his birthday, so we make people do them in the middle. However, you got to do that many push-ups.
How many did he rep out? However old he is. 50. Justin, man. You guys played some terrific defense tonight. Tell us a little bit about the game plan and what you had in store for Georgia Tech.
We was really trying to catch all the screens, but in the game we made an audible and we decided to switch all screens, and they got stagnant. So I think it helped us a lot in that category. And we started rebounding down, which helped us a lot, limited second chance points. So I think we're getting better on defense.
Well, I think you're getting a lot better on defense. I mean, look what you held these guys to tonight, and they had 20 points in the first half. I mean, and I think at one point you had them shooting 20% from the floor. I mean, you guys were right in their grill right from the get-go.
Yes, sir.
3-point shooting got better in the second half as well. Did you get more comfortable? Were you getting better looks? What led to that?
Just my teammates finding me and trusting me, and I got more comfortable, so I found a little space, and the shots was going in.
You know, when you look at rebounds, too, it's a community effort. I mean, you're looking at, Big Russell had 9. Jabri had 8. Noah had 5. Silas had 7.
Yes,
RJ
sir.
had 7. I mean, you guys spread them around.
Yes, sir. We try to emphasize that in practice.
Everybody getting on the boards?
Yes, sir. Nobody leaking out.
Wow. Right now, it looks like you guys are really cohesive as a team. And is that the message from Coach White about communication, connection, playing team, not caring who gets the credit? Because that's what it looks like how you're playing right now.
Yes, sir. We just try to, gel in with each other. If the teammate's open, and if you got open shot, shoot it. We don't care how your shot's going tonight, but if you open, you got to shoot it.
What does it mean for you guys to beat Georgia Tech tonight?
It means a lot. It was a lot of talk about the rivalry, and we went over there and we dropped one, so it feels good to come home and get one in front of the fans.
Yeah, we run this state,
Yes, sir.
Justin, I got to ask you. You guys have had one of the most aggressive schedules in the country. You've played 6 teams out of Power 5 conferences here in the opening 5 weeks. You've gone 3-3. What has it taught you about yourselves to be faced with that kind of a challenge and come out like that?
We knew every game was going to be hard, so I feel like us getting those games in early is really going to help us in the future. So we're ready for anything.
Justin, we appreciate your time. Thanks for joining us tonight, and enjoy this win. Congratulations on your play tonight.
Thank you.
That's Justin Hill from Houston, Texas, our electrifying player of the game tonight, brought to you by Georgia's Electricians, IBEW Local Union 613. The Dogs a winner over Georgia Tech here in Athens tonight, 76-62. Stay with us. The Region's Locker Room Report is next on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
With Kroger brand products, you can make all your favorite things this holiday season. Because Kroger brand's proven quality products come at exceptionally low prices. And with a money-back quality guarantee, every dish is sure to be a favorite. Delivery, pickup, or in-store, Kroger brand has all your favorite things. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Creature Comforts Brewing Company is the official craft beer of your Georgia Bulldogs. These two Athens institutions have joined to connect quality beer with the passion and pageantry of the UGA faithful. So whether it's Georgia's favorite craft beer, Tropicalia IPA, the award-winning Classic City Lager, or Georgia's #1 new brand, Bigger Dreams Hazy IPA, Creature Comforts has you covered on game day and every day. 2 brands, 1 town, 1 team. Go Dogs! Sip 'em! Creature Comforts Brewing Company, Athens, Georgia. Available wherever cold beer is served. Champions drink responsibly.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.